Some creatures are so massive they look like nature pushed the limits of what should be possible. And just when you think you've seen the biggest giants on Earth, there are still more waiting to surprise you. In this video, we're uncovering 42 more enormous creatures, from colossal animals still roaming the planet today to prehistoric giants that once ruled the oceans and land. Some were longer than buses, heavier than trucks, and powerful enough to dominate their environments. These aren't monsters from movies. They were real, and many of these giants still exist today. So get ready, because the creatures ahead are about to take the meaning of giant to a whole new level. Number 42. Leatherback sea turtle. The leatherback sea turtle is the largest turtle on Earth, growing up to 2.2 meters, 7.2 feet in length, and weighing as much as 700 kilograms, 1,500 pounds. Unlike other sea turtles, it has a flexible, leathery shell instead of a hard one, allowing it to dive deeper than any other turtle. Scientists have recorded leatherbacks descending to depths of more than 1,200 meters, 4,000 feet, in search of jellyfish, their primary food source. They are also among the most widely traveled marine animals, migrating thousands of kilometers across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans between feeding and nesting grounds. Despite surviving since the age of the dinosaurs, the leatherback sea turtle now faces serious threats from plastic pollution, fishing gear, and habitat loss, making this ocean giant increasingly rare in the wild. Number 41. Mola mola. The ocean sunfish, or mola mola, is the heaviest bony fish on Earth, with the largest individuals weighing more than 2,300 kilograms, 5,000 pounds, and measuring over 3 meters, 10 feet, in length. Found in tropical and temperate oceans around the world, this bizarre-looking giant has a flattened body, tiny mouth, and can produce more eggs than any other known vertebrate, up to 300 million at a time. Despite its massive size, the ocean sunfish feeds mainly on jellyfish, salps, and other soft-bodied marine animals. It is often seen floating on its side at the ocean's surface, a behavior believed to help it warm up after deep dives or allow seabirds to remove parasites from its skin. Although its unusual appearance has made it one of the ocean's most recognizable giants, it faces growing threats from plastic pollution, accidental capture in fishing gear, and changing ocean conditions. Number 40. Gaur. Often mistaken for a bison, the gaur is actually the largest wild bovine on Earth, with massive bulls standing up to 2.2 meters, 7.2 feet, at the shoulder and weighing as much as 1,500 kilograms, 3,300 pounds. Native to the forests of India and Southeast Asia, this muscular giant is built with a distinctive raised shoulder hump, powerful legs, and thick, curved horns that can exceed 1 meter, 3.3 feet, in length. Despite feeding almost entirely on grasses, leaves, bamboo, and fruit, the gaur has few natural predators because of its incredible size and strength, although tigers occasionally target young or weaker individuals. Known for its speed and agility, this enormous animal can charge with surprising force when threatened. Habitat loss, disease from domestic cattle, and poaching have reduced its numbers, making the gaur one of the world's most impressive yet increasingly vulnerable land giants. Number 39. Cape buffalo. Don't let its calm appearance fool you. The Cape buffalo is one of Africa's most feared giants. Weighing up to 900 kilograms, 2,000 pounds, this massive herbivore possesses immense strength, a muscular build, and a pair of thick, curved horns that merge into a solid shield across its forehead. Found throughout sub-Saharan Africa, Cape buffalo live in large herds and are famous for standing their ground against predators, often working together to chase away even prides of lions. Unlike many prey animals that flee at the first sign of danger, these giants are known to fight back with explosive charges and incredible force. Their unpredictable nature, combined with their size and power, has earned the Cape buffalo a reputation as one of the toughest and most intimidating animals on the African continent. Number 38. Moose. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary deer, until you realize it's the size of a truck. The moose is the largest member of the deer family, with massive bulls standing over 2.1 meters, 7 feet, at the shoulder, and weighing up to 700 kilograms, 1,540 pounds. Their enormous antlers can spread nearly 2 meters, 6.5 feet across, and are shed and regrown every year, making them among the largest antlers of any living animal. Built for survival in the harsh forests of North America, Europe, and northern Asia, moose are powerful swimmers that can cross wide lakes and dive several meters underwater to feed on aquatic plants. Although they usually avoid humans, these giants can become extremely dangerous when threatened or protecting their calves, proving that one of nature's most peaceful-looking animals is also one of its most formidable. Number 37. Beluga sturgeon. The beluga sturgeon is one of the largest and longest-lived freshwater fish on Earth, capable of growing over 7 meters, 23 feet, in length, and weighing more than 1,500 kilograms, 3,300 pounds. Native to the Caspian, Black, and Adriatic sea basins, this ancient species has existed for more than 200 million years, surviving since the age of the dinosaurs. It spends much of its life in coastal waters before migrating up large rivers to spawn. Feeding mainly on fish and occasionally other aquatic animals, the beluga sturgeon is best known as the source of the world's most expensive caviar. Decades of overfishing, dam construction, and habitat loss have caused its population to collapse, and it is now listed as critically endangered, making this prehistoric giant one of the rarest large fish still alive today. Number 36. Reticulated python. The reticulated python is the longest snake on Earth, with verified individuals measuring over 6 meters, 20 feet, and exceptional specimens exceeding 7 meters, 23 feet. Native to the rainforests, wetlands, and islands of South and Southeast Asia, this enormous constrictor uses its muscular body to suffocate prey before swallowing it whole. Its highly flexible jaws allow it to consume animals much larger than its head, including monkeys, wild pigs, deer, and occasionally livestock. The snake's distinctive net-like pattern provides excellent camouflage, making it a stealthy ambush predator. Although attacks on humans are extremely uncommon, a handful of documented fatal incidents have shown that very large reticulated pythons are capable of overpowering an adult person. As the longest snake ever recorded, it remains one of the most astonishing giant reptiles on the planet. Number 35. Giant weta. The giant weta of New Zealand is one of the largest and heaviest insects ever discovered, with some females weighing over 70 grams, more than many small birds such as sparrows. Measuring up to 10 centimeters in body length, this flightless insect belongs to an ancient group that has existed for more than 190 million years, even before many dinosaurs. Its enormous size evolved because New Zealand originally had no native land mammals, allowing insects to fill ecological niches that mammals occupy elsewhere. Despite its intimidating appearance, complete with long spiny legs and powerful jaws, the giant weta is mostly harmless and feeds on leaves, fruit, flowers, and occasionally other insects. Today, however, introduced predators such as rats and stoats have made several species critically endangered, turning this prehistoric giant into one of the world's most remarkable conservation stories. Number 34. Polar bear. The polar bear is the largest land carnivore on Earth, with adult males reaching up to 3 meters, 10 feet in length and weighing more than 800 kilograms, 1,760 pounds, though exceptionally large individuals have exceeded 1,000 kilograms. Native to the Arctic, this powerful predator depends on sea ice to hunt seals, using an extraordinary sense of smell that can detect prey nearly 1 kilometer away or beneath more than a meter of snow. Excellent swimmers, polar bears can travel for days through freezing waters, covering distances of over 100 kilometers without rest. Their thick layer of blubber and dense water-repellent fur provide insulation against temperatures that can plunge below -40 degrees Celsius. Despite being perfectly adapted to one of Earth's harshest environments, shrinking sea ice caused by climate change is making it increasingly difficult for these Arctic giants to find food and survive. Number 33. Giant isopod. Living more than 500 meters beneath the ocean's surface, the giant isopod is a deep-sea crustacean that looks like an oversized armored pill bug. Some individuals grow over 50 centimeters, 20 inches long, and can weigh nearly 2 kilograms, making them among the largest isopods ever recorded. Scientists believe their unusual size is an example of deep-sea gigantism, a phenomenon in which animals living in the cold, high-pressure depths evolve to become much larger than their shallow-water relatives. Giant isopods are scavengers that feed on dead whales, fish, and squid that sink to the seafloor. But because food is scarce, they can survive for years without eating. With their hard segmented shell, 7 pairs of legs, and large reflective eyes adapted to the darkness, they resemble a creature from another world. Yet they are very real and continue to roam the ocean floor today. Number 32. Kodiak bear. Towering over most predators on Earth, The Kodiak bear is one of the largest land carnivores ever recorded. Adult males can stand over 3 meters, 10 feet tall on their hind legs, and weigh up to 680 kilograms, 1,500 pounds. Found only on Alaska's remote Kodiak archipelago, these colossal bears have evolved in isolation for nearly 12,000 years, allowing them to grow to extraordinary sizes. Their diet is surprisingly diverse, ranging from salmon and berries to deer and carrion, enabling them to build enormous fat reserves before winter hibernation. Despite their intimidating strength and massive claws, encounters with humans are uncommon because they inhabit some of North America's most remote wilderness. As one of the planet's true giant mammals, the Kodiak bear proves that nature can still produce predators that seem almost too massive to be real. Number 31. Walrus. The walrus is one of the largest living marine mammals, with adult males commonly weighing around 1,000 to 1,500 kilograms, 2,200 to 3,300 pounds, while exceptional individuals can approach 2,000 kilograms. Found across the Arctic, this powerful animal is instantly recognizable by its enormous tusks and thick whiskers, which help it locate clams and other prey buried beneath the seafloor. Its tusks can grow over 1 meter, 3.3 feet, long, and are also used for defense, dominance displays, and hauling its massive body onto ice. Beneath its thick skin lies a heavy layer of blubber that protects it from freezing Arctic waters. Built for one of the planet's harshest environments, the walrus is a true modern giant of the frozen north. Number 30. African bush elephant. The African bush elephant is the largest land animal on Earth, with mature bulls standing up to 4 meters, 13 feet at the shoulder, and weighing more than 10,000 kilograms, 22,000 pounds. Native to savannas and forests across sub-Saharan Africa, these giants consume up to 150 kilograms, 330 pounds, of vegetation and drink more than 200 liters, 53 gallons, of water each day. Their trunks contain over 40,000 muscles, allowing them to perform delicate tasks like picking up a single blade of grass, while also being strong enough to uproot trees. African bush elephants are highly intelligent, capable of recognizing themselves in mirrors, using tools, solving problems, and displaying complex social behaviors, including mourning their dead. Despite their immense size and strength, habitat loss and illegal ivory poaching continue to threaten populations across much of their natural range. Number 29. Hippopotamus. The hippopotamus may look slow and harmless, but it is one of Africa's most powerful living animals. Large adults can weigh more than 3,000 kilograms, 6,600 pounds, with enormous jaws capable of opening nearly 180 degrees and revealing tusk-like canine teeth that can grow over 50 centimeters, 20 inches, long. Despite spending much of the day in rivers and lakes, hippos cannot actually swim in the usual sense. They walk or bounce along the bottom and can hold their breath for several minutes. They emerge at night to graze on grass, sometimes traveling several kilometers from the water. With their massive bodies, territorial behavior, and extraordinary bite, hippos are among the most formidable giants alive today. Number 28. Goliath tigerfish. The Goliath tigerfish is Africa's largest and most fearsome freshwater predator, reaching lengths of up to 1.8 meters, 6 feet, and weighing more than 50 kilograms, 110 pounds. Native to the Congo River Basin and Lake Tanganyika, this powerful fish is instantly recognizable by its 32 razor-sharp teeth, each capable of growing over an inch long and fitting together like the blades of a pair of scissors. Built for speed and explosive attacks, it can hunt fish nearly its own size in the Congo River's powerful currents. Despite its terrifying appearance and reputation, confirmed attacks on humans are extremely rare. With its immense strength, lightning-fast reflexes, and prehistoric look, the Goliath tigerfish is widely regarded as one of the most formidable freshwater predators on Earth. Number 27. Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon is the largest living lizard on Earth, growing up to 3 meters, 10 feet in length, and weighing more than 90 kilograms, 200 pounds, with exceptionally large wild individuals exceeding these figures. Found only on a handful of Indonesian islands, this apex predator can sprint at speeds of up to 20 kilometers per hour, 12 miles per hour, over short distances, and hunts deer, wild boar, water buffalo, and even smaller Komodo dragons. Its bite delivers deep wounds filled with venom that lowers blood pressure, causes severe bleeding, and sends prey into shock. Equipped with a powerful sense of smell, It can detect carrion from several kilometers away, making it both an efficient hunter and scavenger. Despite its prehistoric appearance, the Komodo dragon is a modern-day giant whose survival is increasingly threatened by habitat loss and climate change. Number 26. Saltwater crocodile. The saltwater crocodile is the largest living reptile on Earth, with the biggest males exceeding 6 meters, 20 feet, in length, and weighing more than 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds. Found across northern Australia, Southeast Asia, and parts of the Indian subcontinent, this apex predator thrives in rivers, estuaries, mangrove swamps, and even the open ocean, allowing it to travel hundreds of kilometers between coastlines. Its bite force, measured at over 16,000 newtons, is the strongest ever recorded for any living animal. An ambush hunter, it launches explosive attacks on fish, turtles, birds, wild pigs, deer, and even large water buffalo by dragging them underwater to drown. Having changed very little for millions of years, the saltwater crocodile remains one of the closest living descendants of the age of dinosaurs and one of the most formidable predators on the planet. Number 25. Blue whale. The blue whale is the largest animal ever known to have lived on Earth, reaching lengths of up to 30 meters, 98 feet, and weighing as much as 180 tons, far larger than any dinosaur. Found in every major ocean except the Arctic, this marine giant survives almost entirely on tiny shrimp-like crustaceans called krill, consuming up to 4 tons of them in a single day during feeding season. Its heart can weigh around 180 kilograms, 400 pounds, roughly the size of a small car, and its calls are among the loudest sounds produced by any animal, capable of traveling hundreds of kilometers underwater. Despite its extraordinary size, the blue whale was driven close to extinction by commercial whaling in the 20th century. Although international protection has helped some populations recover, it remains an endangered symbol of the incredible giants our planet has produced. Number 24. Musk ox. Wrapped in one of the thickest coats in the animal kingdom, the musk ox is an Ice Age survivor that still roams the Arctic today. Adult males can weigh up to 400 kilograms, 880 pounds, and when threatened, entire herds form a defensive circle with their sharp horns facing outward to protect their young from wolves. Their dense undercoat, known as kiviut, is warmer than sheep's wool and helps them survive temperatures below -40 degrees Celsius. Having changed little since the last Ice Age, the musk ox remains one of the toughest and most remarkable giants of the frozen north. Number 23. Giant otter. Don't be fooled by its playful appearance. The giant otter is one of the Amazon's most skilled predators. Growing up to 1.8 meters, 6 feet long, it is the largest otter species on Earth. Living in close-knit family groups, these intelligent hunters work together to catch fish, crabs, and even small caimans using powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth. Their loud calls can be heard across the river, earning them the nickname river wolves. Although they dominate the waterways they call home, habitat destruction and illegal hunting have made this remarkable giant increasingly rare in the wild. Number 22. Giant armadillo. The giant armadillo is the largest living armadillo, growing up to 1.5 meters, 5 feet, in length, including its tail, and weighing as much as 60 kilograms, 130 pounds. Found in the forests and grasslands of South America, this nocturnal giant uses its enormous curved claws to tear open termite mounds and ant nests, consuming thousands of insects each night. Despite its heavy armor, it is a surprisingly powerful digger, capable of disappearing underground within minutes to escape predators. Because it is rarely seen in the wild, scientists still know relatively little about its behavior, and habitat loss and hunting have made this elusive giant increasingly threatened across its range. Number 21. Giant pangolin. Covered from head to tail in tough keratin scales, the giant pangolin is the largest of the world's 8 pangolin species, reaching up to 1.8 meters, 6 feet, in length, and weighing more than 35 kilograms, 77 pounds. Native to the forests and savannas of Central and West Africa, this nocturnal mammal uses its powerful claws to break into termite mounds and ant nests, then captures thousands of insects with a sticky tongue that can extend over 40 centimeters, 16 inches. When threatened, it curls into a tight armored ball, making it difficult for most predators to attack. Despite this remarkable defense, the giant pangolin is now endangered due to illegal wildlife trafficking and habitat loss, making it one of the world's rarest giant mammals. Number 20. Queen Alexandra's birdwing butterfly. With a wingspan reaching up to 28 centimeters, 11 inches, Queen Alexandra's birdwing is the largest butterfly on Earth. Found only in the rainforests of Papua New Guinea, females are significantly larger than males and display an impressive wingspan that rivals many birds. Despite its enormous size, this rare butterfly feeds on flower nectar and depends on a single group of rainforest vines for reproduction. Its limited habitat and ongoing deforestation have made it an endangered species, turning one of nature's most breathtaking giants into one of its most vulnerable. Number 19. Titan beetle. The Titan beetle is one of the largest insects on Earth, with adults growing up to 17 centimeters, 6.7 inches, in length. Native to the rainforests of the Amazon, this enormous beetle has jaws powerful enough to snap pencils and even cut through thin wood. Surprisingly, adult Titan beetles are believed to eat little or nothing, relying instead on the energy they stored as larvae. Although rarely seen due to their secretive lifestyle, their incredible size and strength have made them one of the most extraordinary giant insects ever discovered. Number 18. Goliath frog. The Goliath frog is the largest living frog on Earth, with exceptional adults reaching about 32 centimeters, 12.6 inches, in body length and weighing more than 3 kilograms, 6.6 pounds. Found only in fast-flowing rivers and waterfalls in Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea, these enormous amphibians can leap several meters despite their massive bodies. Unlike many frogs, Goliath frogs are known to construct breeding pools by moving rocks and vegetation, sometimes shifting stones weighing several kilograms. Their diet includes insects, fish, crustaceans, and other small animals. Sadly, habitat destruction and hunting for food and the international pet trade have caused major population declines, making this remarkable amphibian increasingly rare in the wild. Number 17. Shawneesaurus. Shawneesaurus was one of the largest marine reptiles ever discovered, with the species Shawneesaurus popularis reaching around 15 meters, 49 feet in length. It lived roughly 210 million years ago during the late Triassic period, when enormous ichthyosaurs dominated the ancient oceans. Its long, streamlined body and 4 powerful flippers made it highly adapted to life underwater, while its large eyes helped it hunt in the dim depths. Fossils of Shawneesaurus have been found in Nevada, where hundreds of ichthyosaur remains were discovered together at Berlin Ichthyosaur State Park. Scientists are still studying why so many of these giant reptiles gathered in the same area, but their fossils reveal just how enormous ocean predators could have become millions of years ago. Number 16. Dunkleosteus. Dunkleosteus was a gigantic armored fish that ruled the oceans roughly 360 million years ago during the late Devonian period. Fossil evidence suggests some individuals reached around 8 to 10 meters, 26 to 33 feet long, although newer estimates indicate many large specimens may have been considerably shorter. Instead of teeth, it possessed enormous bony jaw plates that acted like self-sharpening blades, allowing it to slice through armored prey with astonishing force. It was one of the first vertebrate superpredators, capable of crushing and cutting through other heavily armored fish. With its massive armored head and terrifying jaws, Dunkleosteus looked less like a fish and more like a living prehistoric weapon. Number 15. Deinosuchus. Deinosuchus was a colossal crocodilian that lived across North America roughly 82 to 73 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. Fossil evidence suggests the largest individuals may have reached around 10 meters, 33 feet in length, and weighed several tons, making it one of the largest crocodile-like reptiles ever known. Its enormous jaws were capable of generating tremendous bite forces, and fossilized bite marks on dinosaur bones suggest that it could attack and consume large dinosaurs that ventured too close to the water. Deinosuchus spent much of its life in rivers and coastal environments, where it likely ambushed prey from beneath the surface. With a skull more than 1.5 meters, 5 feet long, this prehistoric predator was essentially a living ambush machine, and one of the most terrifying reptiles of the Cretaceous. Number 14. Purosaurus. Purosaurus was a colossal caiman that lived in the wetlands of South America roughly 8 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. The largest species, Purosaurus brasiliensis, may have reached around 10 to 12 meters, 33 to 39 feet, in length and weighed several tons, making it one of the largest crocodilian relatives ever known. Its enormous jaws were powered by tremendous muscles, allowing it to prey on fish, turtles, large mammals, and almost anything that ventured too close to the water. Fossils from the Amazon region reveal how this giant predator dominated ancient waterways before eventually disappearing as South America's climate and ecosystems changed. With a skull potentially more than 1.5 meters long, Purosaurus was essentially a prehistoric river monster on a scale rarely seen in Earth's history. Number 13. Leviathan. Leviathan was a gigantic prehistoric sperm whale that lived about 13 to 10 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. Its skull alone measured around 3 meters, 10 feet long, while the animal itself may have reached approximately 13 to 17 meters, 43 to 56 feet. Unlike modern sperm whales, which mainly hunt squid, Leviathan possessed enormous teeth in both its upper and lower jaws, some exceeding 30 centimeters, 12 inches, in length. This powerful predator likely hunted large fish, seals, dolphins, and even other whales, making it one of the most formidable marine hunters of its time. Its fossils were discovered in Peru in 2008, revealing that the ancient oceans once contained a whale-sized predator equipped with teeth more suited to a prehistoric monster than a modern marine mammal. Number 12. Megatherium. Megatherium was a gigantic ground sloth that roamed South America during the Pleistocene, with some species reaching about 6 meters, 20 feet long when standing upright and weighing several tons. Despite being related to today's much smaller tree sloths, this enormous herbivore was built like a massive bear, using its powerful hind legs and huge claws to reach vegetation and defend itself. Its fossils show that Megatherium had exceptionally strong limbs and a robust skeleton capable of supporting its enormous body. It disappeared around 10,000 years ago, making it one of the most remarkable giant mammals to have survived until relatively recent human history. Number 11. Dinotherium. Dinotherium was a gigantic prehistoric relative of modern elephants that lived across Africa, Europe, and Asia from roughly 20 to 1 million years ago. Some of the largest species may have stood over 4 meters, 13 feet tall at the shoulder, and weighed around 10 tons. Its most bizarre feature was a pair of downward curving tusks that grew from the lower jaw rather than the upper jaw, possibly helping it strip bark, roots, or branches from vegetation. Unlike modern elephants, Dinotherium had a distinctly sloping back and a massive skull, giving it an appearance unlike any elephant alive today. Its fossils reveal a giant herbivore that dominated ancient landscapes for millions of years before finally disappearing. Number 10. Mammoth. The woolly mammoth was one of the most iconic giants of the Ice Age, with large males standing around 3.4 meters, 11 feet, tall at the shoulder, and weighing up to 6 tons. Covered in dense fur and a thick layer of fat, these elephants were perfectly adapted to the freezing environments of northern Eurasia and North America. Their enormous curved tusks could grow over 4 meters, 13 feet, long, and were used for digging through snow, stripping vegetation, and fighting rivals. Mammoths survived alongside early humans for thousands of years, but most populations disappeared around 10,000 years ago, with a small isolated population surviving on Wrangel Island until roughly 4,000 years ago. Their frozen remains, complete with preserved hair, skin, and even stomach contents, have given scientists an extraordinary glimpse into the lost world of the Ice Age. Number 9. Andrewsarchus. Andrewsarchus was a gigantic prehistoric mammal that lived in what is now Mongolia during the Eocene epoch, roughly 45 million years ago. It is known from a massive skull measuring about 83 centimeters, 33 inches, long, but because no complete skeleton has ever been discovered, its exact body size remains uncertain. Early estimates suggested it may have reached over 3 meters, 10 feet, in length, and weighed hundreds of kilograms, but modern researchers consider those estimates highly speculative. Its huge jaws and large teeth indicate it was capable of processing substantial prey, although scientists still debate whether it was primarily a predator, scavenger, or omnivore. Despite the uncertainty surrounding its appearance, Andrewsarchus remains one of the most mysterious giant mammals ever discovered. Number 8. Terrorbird. The terrorbirds were a group of giant flightless predators that dominated parts of South America for millions of years. One of the largest, Calencan guillermois, stood around 3 meters, 10 feet tall, and possessed a massive skull nearly 70 centimeters, 28 inches, long, making it the largest known bird skull. Instead of teeth, it relied on a huge, sharply hooked beak that could deliver devastating blows to prey. Terror birds flourished when South America was isolated from North America, But many disappeared after the continents became connected and new mammalian predators arrived. For millions of years, these enormous birds stood at the top of their ecosystems, proving that some of Earth's most terrifying predators once had feathers instead of fur. Number 7. Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus was one of the largest flying animals ever known, soaring above North America roughly 68 to 66 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. With an estimated wingspan of around 10 to 11 meters, 33 to 36 feet, it was comparable in size to a small aircraft, yet its body was relatively lightweight because its bones were hollow and air-filled. Standing roughly as tall as a giraffe when on the ground, it likely used its long, toothless beak to hunt small animals and scavenge carcasses. Despite its enormous size, scientists believe Quetzalcoatlus was capable of powered flight, making this giant pterosaur one of the most astonishing creatures ever to leave the ground. Number 6. Greenland shark. The Greenland shark is one of the largest predatory sharks alive today, with exceptional individuals reaching around 7 meters, 23 feet in length. It inhabits the cold, deep waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, where it can descend to depths of more than 2,000 meters. Its slow metabolism means it grows at an incredibly slow rate, estimated at roughly 1 centimeter per year, and scientists believe some individuals may live for at least 250 years, with estimates suggesting the oldest could exceed 400 years. This ancient shark feeds on fish, seals, squid, and carrion, and researchers have even found remains of polar bears and reindeer in some stomachs. Moving silently through freezing darkness, the Greenland shark is one of the longest-lived vertebrates ever discovered and a true living giant of the deep. Number 5. Basking shark. The basking shark is the second largest living fish after the whale shark, with confirmed individuals reaching around 12 meters, 40 feet in length, and weighing several tons. Despite its enormous size and intimidating appearance, it is a harmless filter feeder that swims slowly through coastal and open waters with its huge mouth wide open, filtering plankton and tiny organisms from seawater. Its mouth can open more than a meter wide, while its distinctive gill rakers trap food as water passes through its gills. Basking sharks migrate seasonally and can travel thousands of kilometers, yet much about their lives remains mysterious. Once heavily hunted for their liver oil and fins, these gentle giants are now protected in many regions, but remain vulnerable to fishing and accidental capture. Number 4. Giant eland. One look at the giant eland, and it's hard to believe this enormous animal is actually an antelope. Adult males can weigh up to 900 kilograms, 2,000 pounds, making it the largest antelope alive today. Found across parts of Central and West Africa, giant elands have long, spiraling horns that can exceed 1 meter, 3.3 feet in length. Despite their massive build, they can sprint at speeds approaching 70 kilometers per hour, 43 miles per hour, using their powerful legs to escape predators. They feed mainly on grasses, leaves, bark, and other vegetation, usually moving in herds. With its towering body, huge horns, and surprising speed, the giant eland looks like a creature that belongs in another age, yet it is still roaming African wilderness today. Number 3. Asian water monitor. The Asian water monitor is one of the largest lizards alive today, with exceptional individuals reaching around 3 meters, 10 feet, in total length. Native to South and Southeast Asia, this powerful reptile is an adaptable predator that can live near rivers, mangroves, wetlands, forests, and even urban areas. It uses a long, muscular tail for swimming and can remain underwater for several minutes while hunting fish, crabs, birds, rodents, and carrion. Its sharp claws and serrated teeth make it a formidable hunter, while its strong limbs allow it to climb and move quickly on land. With its enormous body and crocodile-like appearance, the Asian water monitor looks almost prehistoric, but this giant reptile is still thriving in parts of Asia today. Number 2. Giant Pacific halibut. Hidden along the dark seafloor of the North Pacific is a fish that can grow longer than a tall refrigerator and weigh more than 200 kilograms. The giant Pacific halibut is one of the largest flatfish alive today, with exceptional individuals reaching about 2.5 meters, 8 feet, in length. Its strange body develops with both eyes positioned on one side of its head, allowing it to lie almost completely flat against the ocean floor while waiting for prey. It feeds on fish, squid, crabs, and other marine animals, striking with surprising speed when an opportunity appears. Despite its bizarre appearance, this enormous predator is perfectly adapted to life on the seafloor, making it one of the most unusual giants still living in Earth's oceans. Number 1. White rhinoceros. And now, at number 1, we meet one of the heaviest giants still walking the Earth, the white rhinoceros. A massive adult can weigh more than 3,000 kilograms and stand nearly 2 meters tall at the shoulder. Yet this heavyweight can still charge at around 40 kilometers per hour. Its broad, square-shaped mouth is perfectly adapted for grazing grass, while its thick gray skin and enormous front horn give it an intimidating defense. Found mainly across southern and eastern Africa, the white rhinoceros is among the largest land mammals alive today, but its incredible size hasn't protected it from danger. Poaching and habitat loss continue to threaten its future. Thanks for watching. If these giant creatures blew your mind, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible discoveries from the natural world. See you in the next one.